Okay, so for this one we have number 14, and we're using a half angle formula to find the exact value of the expression. They're giving you cosine of 5 pi over 12. And so I kind of like to cheat this one a little bit. And by the way, since we're finding the half angle formula for cosine, let me just start you with cosine of theta over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine theta over 2. First thing I want to do here is give you a hint. I like to see it and see where this angle actually sits. So just for the sake of giving you the visual, notice that I'm trying to find where this actually sits. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to multiply by 180 over pi, and this cancels, and I know that 12 goes into 180. How many times does 12 go into 180, people? Okay. Teacher brain fart, alert, alert. Okay, and phone doesn't want to cooperate. Woohoo! We're batting 1,000 here. Alright, let's use this good old trusty calculator. Alright, so 180 over 12. 15, that's what I thought. Okay, so 15, and so the 12 goes into 180 15 times, and that times 5 gives me 75. So this is approximately 75 degrees, or is 75 degrees, which, if I multiply times 2, I get 150 degrees. So I'm looking really, in reality, at an angle that's sitting over here, creating a 30-degree angle where I'm looking to actually compute my theta. So my theta is actually going to be in the 30 degree mark. This is the 90, this is the 60. So this is 1 square root of 2, 3, and this is 2. Remember I always say, or joke around in class, and I'm walking around and I say, if you have a hard time remembering where the 2 goes, remember it's hypotenuse. Alright, hypotenuse, 2 for the hypotenuse always. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to use the cosine. If you notice, this will be negative because x is negative here. So it'll be negative square root 3 over 2, and that's the value that I'm using in this formula. And so I'm going to say then the square root of 1 minus square root 3 over 2 over 2. And technically you always remember that's 2 over 1. If I obtain a common denominator here, this becomes 2 minus square root of 3 over 2 over 1. All of this over 2 and over 2 over 1. And this is all square root. All I've done in this step, just to verify, is I multiplied 2 over 2 here. That's what all of this has now become. And this 2 over 1 is just sitting here waiting to do something productive. Alright. Alright, and so, sorry, the screen got stuck. Okay, so this keep change flip with inside the radical, I have 2 minus square root of 3 over 2 times 1 over 2. And so if I re-express this as square root of 2 minus square root of 3 over square root of 4, obviously my denominator becomes a 2. And in reality what I have then for an answer is 1/2 the square root of 2 minus square root 3. Okay? Alright. That is number 14. I'm going to leave 15 for you to do. 15, the answer choice should finalize as 1/2 square root of 2 minus square root of 2. Use the same process I did up here, you'll see it works like a charm.